The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
Go to the bottom of the fifth, 2-1 game, Western Kentucky leading. Today's injury report brought to you by the law offices of John Day, Murfreesboro's personal injury law firm and a proud sponsor of the Blue Raiders. And of course, we've mentioned Trace Phillips, who's out. His glove is still in the game, but he is not. And of course, Nathan Brewer out. And we'd like to say hello to Grant Snyder. Grant had surgery on his elbow yesterday, and of course he's going to be out for the rest of the year. I hadn't played this year, so I think the red shirt may have been in the future anyway, but hope you're feeling well, Grant, if you're listening. And Raiders are playing well up here. This is Howard, the shortstop, number 9 hitter, to lead it off against Chandler Alderman in the 5th inning. The first pitch to him is swung on, grounded foul past third, strike one.
Final from Murfreesboro, Dick. Jacksonville State 5, Lady Raiders 3.
So they win the first. Is this the final game of the series?
It is. They win 2 out of 3 in the series.
One strike to count to Howard. Pitch misses outside, 1-1. After Howard, we go back to the top of the batting order. Blowing inside, ball 2, 2-1. Howard had a base hit in the 3rd inning.
Alderman right at 75 pitches coming into this 5th inning.
Pitch is swung on and hit foul out of play. Down the left side, 2-2. Chandler has struck out 4, walked 2, and given up only 3 hits. One of them to this batter, Howard. There's a foul out of play. Count holding it 2-2 to the freshman shortstop, Reed Howard. Young man from Indiana. Blowing inside, ball 3. So the count goes full. Left-hander Chandler Alderman winds and fires. The 3-2 pitch misses for ball 4.
Just outside.
Third walk given up by Howard, or by Alderman to Howard, and the batter will be Ciervo. Ciervo has grounded out and struck out. He's their leadoff hitter. Raiders go to Nashville on Tuesday to take on Vanderbilt. That'll be a 6 o'clock game.
Then
runner goes and a ground foul.
Then you're off on an airplane.
Yes. Yeah, we'll fly into El Paso and hitchhike to Las Cruces.
That's a long day of flying. Y'all leaving Wednesday or Thursday?
It's Thursday, and I think you have to change planes in Dallas. Seems like I've been on that trip before. One strike to count. Runner not going this time, and a strike is called. It's 0-2. This field is all turf. I don't know if we even mentioned that before the game, John. All turf, including the pitcher's mound. Bouncing ball left side. It's in the hole. Oh, a great stop by Wolf. He doesn't have a play, but
Probably kept that runner at second.
So that will put him at first and second. That's an infield hit for Ciervo. And the batter is Vasquez. You know, we as broadcasters sometimes assume that people are listening to every word we say. We're listening to every game, and sometimes, you know, you forget to mention things that you need to mention, and the fact that it's an all-turf field is one of them. First and second, no outs.
We've talked several times today about turf hits, though. Those high bouncers.
You will use that as a good excuse. There's a bunt. Alderman's going to have to go to first. Sacrifice bunt will put runners at second and third with one out. Pitch to first on the put out, and it's a sacrifice for Vasquez. Here's Weidman, who has grounded out and struck out 0 for 2, and you hate to see this guy come up because 2 for 12 now in the series. You know he is due.
Action in the Raider bullpen.
And Alderman's pitch swung on and missed strike one. Worked him inside.
Got Ethan and Bimbo. You've got Cole Torbett, both.
And now something's wrong with Minnick.
Yeah,
You know, two can play the stall game, John.
Yeah, I think that's is that one of those communication problems?
No, the trainer came out.
Oh.
So he wouldn't be out there unless there was some kind of a problem. May have had something in his eye. I don't know.
Could be.
That's quickly taken care of. And the count is one strike to Weidman.
But Mbembo and Torbett both warm. They were throwing yesterday. Didn't have a need for them.
So Alderman comes set, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Strike two. Weidman hitting .420 going into the game, but only 2 for 12 in this series.
Looks like he's down to .415.
There's the 0-2 pitch, and a line drive to left field, the base hit. That's going to get 2 runs in. Well, you don't keep a .400 hitter on the shelf for long.
No.
And he took that 0-2 pitch and drove it into left field, and now it's a 4-1 game. That is the fourth hit. 1, 2, 3. No, the fifth hit off Alderman. Runner at first, one out.
Oh, that sacrifice paid off for him, didn't it?
It did.
Wow.
Here's Hayes. Alderman steps back. Hayes corresponds by stepping out of the batter's box. Runner at first. Weidman with a 2-strike single. Drives in a pair. The pitch is low for a ball. Might be looking for this guy to run, John. Weidman's got 29 stolen bases to lead the league.
So this is not a if question. No, it becomes a win question, right?
Low for ball 2, 2-0.
2-0 is a good running count. 2-1 is a good running count.
Two balls, no strikes to Hayes with a home run already in this game. Strike called, caught the outside corner, 2-1. I don't think you want to pitch this guy inside. We tried that. The ball wound up in a parking lot across from the bullpen.
A long, long, long way.
2 balls and a strike. Runner goes. The throw to second base is off the mark, and Weidman's in there with his 30th stolen base of the season. And the pitch was a strike, so it's 2-2. So another runner in scoring position here in the 5th inning. Alderman comes set. And the pitch. High for a ball, 3-2. That leadoff walk on a 3-2 pitch is what started this thing.
Yep.
Full count, 3-2. Alderman turns, throws back to second. You don't really have to throw if you don't want to on that play, but he threw it anyway. The runner was standing on the base. So we're ready for the 3-2 pitch to Hayes. Runner goes. Swung on. The ball hit into left center field. Snyder going back. The ball
off the wall
comes out of his glove. The throw to the plate. Runner trying to score. And he's safe. And Snyder may be hurt.
Yeah, he's down on his knees.
He hit the wall at the 370 mark. Went up and he got the ball in his glove, and when he hit the wall, the ball came out onto the warning track, and his teammates are rushing out there. And even the trainer from Western Kentucky going out to see if he can help our trainer out.
Well, fortunately, those walls are padded. But if you're hitting that wall at full speed, and he was at full speed when he hit it, that's not a whole lot of protection. And we know for a fact Eston Snyder is never afraid to go to the wall.
That'll go as a double for Hayes. And an RBI. Weidman was running on the pitch, so he didn't know whether to go back to second or keep running. When he got to third base,
just kind of stood there until the ball broke free.
Just had to watch to see what was going to go on. So we're still waiting to see.
He's up.
Eston is up.
He's going back to his position.
Boy, he hit that wall hard right at the 370 mark. So everybody's coming back.
Yeah,
all of the infielders were out there, plus 2 of our coaches, Coach Myers, Coach Nichols, I think.
That might have just taken the breath out of him as much as anything else. He's back. He's fine. Everybody is taking that long, slow walk back to the dugout or the infield. Or
there's Marcella. I think we might get a pitching change here with the left-hander Torbett has been warming up, and now the right-hander Mbembo is.
Yeah, they've
also
both been throwing. They were throwing simultaneously. Coach Myers going all the way back to the dugout now.
First base coach for the Hilltoppers asking Coach Nichols, how's your player? And apparently he's going to stick with it. He's out there.
Yeah.
So now the batter is going to be Marcelo, the designated hitter. Are we reviewing this too?
I think we are.
See whether he actually caught the ball or if it. I saw the ball hit the ground out on the warning track.
Yeah, it bounced free, and I don't see how you could score it as anything else but an RBI double.
But we'll take any little tidbit that we can get up here.
Yeah.
Okay, John.
Yes,
so
sir.
we got a second here.
Okay.
I pulled my baseball history out when I've got a little time to kill on April the 19th.
Okay.
And I haven't pre-read this, so
We're into the regular season now.
blind. Get something for the Braves. 19. Oops. And they say the batter is safe. That was a call that
I don't even.
that we expected.
Yeah, I don't even know what you review there.
So we'll put that off until later.
I guess maybe you're trying to find out how long he held on to the baseball. And I thought the ball came free pretty quickly.
So here's Marcella. I mentioned that the left-hander had been throwing. We've got a left-hander on the mound that's been throwing the whole game.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah. And now just let's slow it down just a little bit longer.
Now the Western coach is out. They're going to pitch hit for him.
They are.
I think they're trying to force the Raiders to make a change. So they're going to take the left-handed DH out and have a right-handed hitter come up. I don't see anybody swinging a bat yet except
number 17.
17 is out there.
That'll be Kyle Vidston.
Hibston.
Vidston.
Wow.
The H is kind of silent. I bet you he has Norwegian forebears, and that has done exactly what you said, Dick. That has triggered a pitch and change, and we'll see Ethan and Bimbo on now.
So Vidston will come in to pinch hit for Marcella, who hadn't had any luck against Alderman. He had grounded out and struck out. And Ethan and Bimbo will be in from the bullpen. We will take a break here. Be back to tell you about the new pitcher after this on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Granis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Granis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Granis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
The pitcher for the Blue Raiders, Ethan Mbembo, will take over for Chandler Alderman here in the fifth inning with the Raiders trailing 4-1.
Ethan making
5-1, John.
Yeah, it's 5-1 now. Ethan Mbembo making his 13th appearance, all in relief. He's thrown 19 innings, given up 17 runs, 15 earned, 26 hits, 7 walks, 25 strikeouts, 7.11 ERA, no decisions, no saves. Opponents hitting .310 against Mbembo.
So Mbembo, well, he's had plenty of time to get loose with the delays that we had, the challenges, the injury, and that sort of thing.
He's been throwing pretty much since the beginning of this inning. Threw yesterday, threw quite a bit in the bullpen yesterday.
So the batter is Vidston.
He and Torbert both were throwing
He is
backup yesterday.
making his first appearance in the series, hitting .235, right-handed batter. And the pitch to the plate is outside, ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. There's a strike called. 1-1. Pittston is from Minnesota. No surprise there.
I was about to think, if I hadn't already said, I was going to say, suggest maybe some Norwegian antecedents.
Swing and a miss, 1-2. In fact, he played at junior college at Iowa Western, which is where the Western head coach coached for 20 years in junior college. 1-2 the count. And the pitch outside into the turf, blocked by Minnick, 2-2. Right-hander comes set. The 2-2 pitch fouled out of play. That'll be back on University Avenue. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Bimbo with the pitch, ground ball to short. Matt Wolf got a big hop over to first, and that is out number 2 in the inning. Runner Hayes held at second. 2 outs. The batter is Camden Ross, the catcher. Ross is lined out, and in the 4th inning, he walked and scored on a throwing error by the pitcher Alderman. Runner on second with 2 outs. And the right-hander delivers, swing and a foul back, strike 1.
Ethan been getting some swing and misses.
Struck out 13 in 5 2/3 innings in relief against North Alabama. One strike to count. Inside, that one nipped him on the arm.
Got him just above the elbow.
So Ross hit by pitch. Goes down to first base. So first and second with 2 outs. The batter is Barrigan. He is grounded out and singled. Bounced a single into right field in the 4th inning. So he's 1 for 2. First and second, 2 outs. Ground foul past third. 1 strike to count. He is the 8th man to bat in the inning. And this inning, as a lot of big innings do, started with a walk. Outside, good save by Tyler Minnick, 1-1. Just missed outside. 2-1.
I think Mbembo wanted that pitch.
Right-hander comes set, and the pitch. Ground ball in the hole. That's a base hit. They're going to wave that runner home. Throw coming to the plate, and it is not in time. And on the throw, the runner will go down to second.
That throw got through Minnick, and Mbembo was backing him up.
That'll be an RBI single for Berrigan. Ross went to third and Berrigan to second on the throw to the plate. So now runners at second and third with 2 outs, and the 9th man to bat in the inning. That run is charged to
that's charged to Alderman. Get you the final number on Alderman here in a second.
Runners at second and third, 2 outs, and Austin Haller will be the batter.
Final number on.
Now, what's the Western coach out there arguing about?
I don't know.
With the third base umpire. He just got a run and everybody was safe. What seems to be the problem?
I'm thinking I don't know. Unless he thinks maybe on an overthrow, something went out. I don't know. Anyway, final numbers for Chandler Alderman. He goes 4 1/3, gives up 6 runs, 5 of them earned on 6 hits, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts.
2 outs, second and third.
Those runners both belong to Ethan Mbembo.
Austin Haller, the second baseman, to batter. First pitch is a strike. 9th man to bat in the inning. Haller has grounded out and walked. So 6-1. They're threatening to break this game open.
Torbett is throwing again.
Pitch is low, 1-1. Right-hander comes set. And the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Needs to put him away here and get his team back into the dugout.
This has been a long half inning. Bouncing ball to first. That's fair. Miller will pick it up, step on the bag, and that will end the 5th inning. But the Hilltoppers come up with 4 runs in the inning on 4 hits. No errors and 2 men left. So we have completed 5 full innings. It's Western Kentucky 6, Middle Tennessee 1. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Ben Wagner.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
The Blue Raiders are winners in the classroom, on the field, and the courts. Richard Lewis here. I want you to win in real estate also. Buying, selling, auction here in Tennessee, or along the Gulf Coast, a second home, or investing. Give me a call to help start that winning process. 615-319-9981. Oh, I'm never too busy for your referrals. Richard Lewis, Exit Realty, Bob Lamb & Associates.
You're listening to MTSU Sport on WGNS.
We go to the 6th inning. think we need to make a station break, John. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification as you listen to Blue Raider Baseball.
The flagship station for Middle Tennessee sports, WGNS, Murfreesboro, Smyrna. The Blue Raiders play here.
Brett Von Dolan swings at the first pitch from Whalen, skies it into right field, and right into the glove of Ciervo for out number one. One down in the sixth. Here's Tyler Minnick. Tyler has an infield hit, 1 for 2. Right-hander Drew Whalen with the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike one. Western a big inning in the fifth inning, 4 runs. A pitch outside, 1-1. Kind of like the Raiders' big inning yesterday.
Yeah.
Minnick takes it outside, ball 2, 2-1.
Well, it's what they were able to do is achieve what Coach Myers likes to talk about is separation.
Check swing, strike is called, 2-2.
But from having a very close ball game to one that's going to take a lot of offensive action that we haven't done too much with yet.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a bad pitch outside. That's out number 2. Strikeout number 8 for Whalen. And with 2 outs, the batter is Keaton Ray. He is flied out and grounded out, 0 for 2. Pitch is swung on, fouled out of play, strike one. Whalen, the right-hander, delivers inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bouncing ball, second base, Haller over the first. And a quick 1-2-3 inning. And that's what a good pitcher will do, John. After his team gives him runs, he'll throw a shutdown inning.
Yep.
3 up and 3 down in the 6th. Nothing across for the Raiders. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Western Kentucky 6, Middle Tennessee 1. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders.
At State Farm, when home and auto work as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto. With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
And we go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Raiders trailing 6-1 here in Bowling Green. The number 9 hitter, Howard, will lead it off. Seems like we just saw him. He led it off in the previous inning. They sent 9 men to the plate, and Howard got him started with a walk on a 3-2 pitch.
That was a big play.
Ethan Mbembo came in, allowed 1 hit in the 5th inning, but that hit drove in a couple of runs. both of which were charged to Alderman. So here's Howard, right-handed batter. And Mbembo's pitch in for a strike, 0-1. Western took an early lead in this game, 2-0. Raiders came back in the fifth to make it 2-1. There's a ball outside, but in the bottom of the fifth, Western, with 4 runs, increased their lead to 6-1, where we stand right now. We've got a pitch comm problem. And Coach Wisniewski out of the bullpen to try and take care of that problem. We'll have scores
working on them right
in
now.
The middle of the 7th inning. What?
I'm working on getting them all right now.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
And yes, we will have them.
Pitcher gets a new device. I wish every time I had an electronic problem at home, I could just have somebody hand me a new device.
That would be nice.
And Mbembo is ready to go. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swinging a foul out of play, and that's over. That's even across University Avenue over by the parking lot. So, John, you can go look for that one when we get ready to go home and get you a souvenir.
I think I got all the baseballs I'll ever need.
1-2 the count. You collect autographed baseballs?
I have a few, yeah.
The pitch. Popped up. Miller coming over near the dugout. Has he got a play? Nope, that one's out of play. Have you got any autographs that you can actually read?
Oh, yeah. I have got a Joe Torre autographed baseball. Got a Nolan Ryan autographed baseball.
Now, that's one I'd like to have.
Yeah.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count. And Mbembo's pitch foul to the screen.
Someplace I've got one that is signed by the 1968 Memphis Blues.
Really?
Yeah.
I would love to have one signed by the 1972 Memphis Blues.
Well, that was the team you covered, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I never did think to do that. Ground foul. You always think of things too late, John.
Oh, yeah, that's always the case.
Count holds at 1-2 to Reed Howard. Just about all of my youth league teams, though, have signed a baseball for me. I've got all of those. Probably means more. Pitches outside, 2-2.
Well, I have a soccer ball that once was signed by all my team at Newman School in New Orleans when I was the head soccer coach there in 1977. But they didn't sign it in Sharpie, so.
Pitch foul, hit the eye in the air in the right field. Cooper Clapp, the second baseman, will take it out on the outfield turf for out number 1. So all the signatures have vanished?
Yes.
That's a shame.
Yeah, it really is.
So with 1 out, the batter is Joe Ciervo, the leadoff man. 1 out of 3 with a run scored. Had an infield hit in that big 5th inning. The heat's back on, John.
It is. It's been cycling on and off all day.
Pitch is inside, ball one.
Let me tell you, we don't need it, do we?
There were times that we could have used it. But today's not one of those.
No.
And the pitch. Check swing, strike call, 1-1 to Ciervo. One out in the sixth inning. Raiders trailing in this game 6-1. This is the rubber game of the three-game set. Outside ball 2, 2-1. Our softball team fell today at home to Jacksonville 5-3. Here's the pitch. Pretty good looking pitch. I don't know where that was. It's called a ball, 3-1. And another one that looked like a strike, called ball 4.
I have not been impressed by this home plate umpires.
Such is life
Strike
on
zone.
the road.
Yep.
First walk given up by Mbembo. And the batter is Vasquez, who is 0 for 2 with a sacrifice bunt. 1 on, 1 out in the sixth. Infield double play depth, strike called. Ciervo is a threat to run. He's stolen 7 this season. In fact, all of these guys have stolen bases. They've got 90 stolen bases as a team. Runner goes, throw to second base.
Got him. If he held on, did he hold on? Got him.
A good pick down there by Cooper Clapp.
Oh, yeah.
Kept the ball on him. Now we're going to review this. I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, gosh, yeah, we're going to have a review.
Another review.
I mean, he was out. Out.
All right, back in the studio. Let's take a 1-minute break so we won't have to stall through yet another review. 1 minute. We'll be back with more Blue Raider baseball from Ben Wagner.
Middle Tennessee Electric proudly supports the MTSU Blue Raiders, and we're proud to power the scoreboard lights at Reese Smith Jr. Field. When it comes to the electric service in the community, you can always trust MTE to do what's best for our members. We serve by providing affordable, reliable, safe electricity and outstanding member service. Here at MTE, we serve to make life better for our members and their communities. Visit www.mtemc.com to learn more. And that scoreboard, light it up, Blue Raiders.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
And the review goes on. But we are back. John's getting all of his scores together.
I am.
You can go ahead and start if you want to, John.
Well, I got one more I need to check on.
All right.
Because they were in, see if this situation, oh, yeah, okay. Let's start with Jacksonville State at New Mexico. New Mexico State. New Mexico State comes back, scores 3 runs in the bottom of the ninth, and they win that ball game 7-6. Down in Georgia, Kennesaw State a 10-3 winner over FIU. That is final. In Dallas, another run rule game, Dick, 14-4, Dallas Baptist over Sam Houston. And then in Ruston, let me check, see if that's gotten any farther.
That's La Tech and Liberty.
That's right. And so they are in the middle of the 8th inning there. And let me see. I'm getting one of those crazy ads that they like to do. Yeah, that ball game, they're in the middle of the 8th inning, going to the bottom of the 8th. And Louisiana Tech on top of Liberty, 4-3 in that game.
So the runner who was thrown out at second base trying to steal is still out there on the base as the review progress goes on and on and on. And that last review it had at first base, John, when the rule call was overruled, is the first review that's been overruled in this series. And I've got a sneaking suspicion in the back of my mind that it might not be the last. So
here they come.
Oh, they're back on the field.
He's out.
They upheld the ruling.
Good job. Cup Clapp did a really good job of taking that throw. Pretty good throw to begin with. And was able to get it down. The runner slid into the tag.
So that's the second out. And what's the count now? It's 1-1 on Vasquez.
Yeah.
2 outs, bases empty in the 6th. And the right-hander Mbembo delivers low for ball 2, 2-1. I think this series may have set a record for reviews. I'm going to start including that in the line score. 4-1, 6 hits, 3 hours, 5 left, and 7 reviews.
There's a little nubber down the foul territory, down the first base line that Hayden Miller picks up.
2-2.
He's got some pretty good numbers. 360, 25 RBI.
0 for 2 today is Vasquez. And Mbembo with the pitch. Fly ball foul, off to the left, out of play.
Well, he got under it, pulled it.
Some of our fans out in the picnic area.
I think I see a couple of them out there.
Yeah. Mingling with the crowd. Nice place to enjoy a ball game.
Yeah.
There's strike 3. He went around, and that's going to be all in the 6th for the Hilltoppers. No runs, no hits, nobody left. We've completed 6 full innings. Western Kentucky, 4 runs, 7 hits, and no errors. And the Raiders, 1 run, 5 hits, and an error. We'll go to the 7th on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Hey Blue Raider fans, this is Tim Page with Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates. Are you on the fence about selling your home? Feel overwhelmed at the thought of purchasing a new home? Well, it's time to get moving. For professional, personal real estate services, give me a call today and put me to work for you. 615-896-5656, or you can reach me at exitmurfreesboro.com. Let's go Blue, and I'll see you at the game.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
Back in Bowling Green at Nick Dennis Field. Raiders on the downside of a 6-1 score as we go to the top of the 7th inning. Drew Whalen, the Western Kentucky starter, back to the mound. His longest appearance of the season, 6 2/3. So he is bumping up against that longest performance. Let's see if I can find his pitch count here. That'll tell you a lot about whether or not they intend to take him farther than the 6 2/3. He'll be facing Matt Wolf. Wolf singled his last at bat, 1 for 2. Looking at that pitch count for Whalen.
First pitch is up all outside to Matt Wolf, leading off the 7th inning.
Whalen up to 83 pitches, so I would suspect they'd like to get 7 from him tonight, Dick, or this afternoon.
Swing and a foul.
No, that's
going
to
to
stay
left
fair.
field line. No, it's going to stay fair, isn't it?
Yep. Left fielder handles that one, and it's
the wind didn't help as much on that.
No,
one.
it sure didn't. So that's 1 down.
1 out in the 7th, and the batter is Brett Rogers. I think this may be the deepest Whalen has gone. Have you got his
6 2/3 is his longest. So 1 more out here, and it'll equal that. That's also his career longest.
Swinging a foul back, strike 1.
You know, you compare his numbers this year to his numbers a year ago when he was a freshman, when he was used primarily as a reliever.
Strike 2 called.
You're talking about 2 entirely different pitchers. What happens during that summer, I wonder, that flips that switch?
Outside for ball 1, 1 and 2 to Rogers. Hayden Miller will bat next.
A year ago, in 16 appearances, half of them were starts. A 5.25 ERA. This is not going to happen. There is action in the Western Kentucky bullpen. Right-hander throwing out there.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Went after a high pitch with a second out. That's 9 strikeouts. Nine strikeouts for Whalen today. And with 2 outs, the batter is Hayden Miller. And he has struck out twice, has been called out both times.
Whalen at 91 pitches.
And this time he bounces it to the left side. Third baseman cuts it off, throws to first. Got him to end the inning. That is all in the 7th. Nothing across for the Raiders. We will go to the bottom of the 7th. Still Western Kentucky 6, Middle Tennessee 1. Here on the Blue Raider Network.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Granis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Granis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Granis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
And we move to the bottom of the 7th inning. The Raiders trailing 6-1. Ethan Mbimbo still out there for the Raiders, coming on in relief of Chandler Alderman back in the 5th inning. Any updates?
They've gone to top of the 9th in Ruston, and Louisiana Tech still on top 4-3. Nobody out in the top of the 9th with a runner on.
So they're trying to get 27 outs.
They are trying to get 27 outs at this point.
Here's Weidman to lead off. He had a big base hit in the 5th inning with 2 strikes on him. He singled, drove in 2 runs. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Had him way out in front. Bimbo's got a pretty good changeup.
Pitches out of the set. And a shot to left side, knocked down by Wolf. He won't be able to throw him out. And that'll be called an infield hit, but a hit just the same. It's hit number 2 off Mbimbo.
Well,
with nobody out, the batter would be Hayes.
Hate to see him coming up with a runner on.
Got that right. He hit that ball that Snyder almost caught leaping at the wall and then ran into the wall, hurt himself. The ball came out. Hayes has had a home run and a double today. The runner goes, the throw to second base, not in time. Stolen base for Weidman. That's his 31st of the season.
That was a close play, though. Good throw, good tag. About a 1/10 of a second too late.
Raiders not going to appeal it. They weren't going to get the call anyway.
You're a cynic, Dick.
Pitch. Outside, 1-1. Hard not to be.
I know. I'm not going to disagree with you either.
1 ball, 1 strike to Hayes. Runner at second, no outs. And Bimbo turns and does not throw back. So on the play that Hayes hit the ball to the wall that Snyder almost caught, the runner was Weidman, and he was running on the pitch, trying to steal third. The pitch is outside, 2-1. If you're a base stealer, you try to steal anything you can. And I don't think there's any qualms about him trying to steal third. Check swing, that is a foul ball. Count will go to 2-2.
Yeah, the Hilltoppers do have action in their bullpen. Kinda.
Pitch outside, check to swing, 3-2.
Yeah, I tell you what, if it's me, I'm bringing Whalen out for another inning. He has absolutely not had any trouble with the Raiders since the 5th inning.
He's trying to steal third. The throw down there is
got him
in time. Badlack put the tag on, and that was ball 4. So Hayes will go to first. Weidman goes to the dugout. 2-5 on the putout. And that is out number 1. And the walk charge to Mbimbo. 1 on, 1 out. They just swap a runner for an out.
Well, and a runner in scoring position, I'm not sure I understand that.
This is number 7, pitch hitting. That's Caleb Marmo. The left-handed hitter, hitting .250. This is so this will be the 3rd player used in the DH spot.
And back a couple of innings, back in that fifth inning, they made that change with the pinch hitter going from a right-handed hitter to a left-hander to force the change in the bullpen to bring in Bimbo in. I don't understand.
What's the delay now? Do we have another challenge?
Oh, gosh, who knows?
Minnick had gone out to the mound.
They may have been talking about how they were going to pitch this guy.
Okay. So a runner at first, one out.
Yeah, and they've gone back to a left-handed hitter, and that's going to get Jerry Meyer, and that'll get Cole Torbett in this ball game, I'll bet you.
So Minnick was just buying some time, going out to the mound.
Yeah.
Which Meyer's making the trip.
Torbett's been throwing for 3 innings. I think he's ready. I think they just wanted to. Yeah, he's called for the left-hander.
All right, so we will have a pitching change, and that means we'll take a break. Be back to tell you about our new pitcher when we come back as you listen to Middle Tennessee Baseball from Van Wagner.
Hey Blue Raider fans, this is Brad Hopkins with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates. Winning in real estate is a lot like football. Good coaching and recruiting a great team are the keys. I put together a team of lenders, inspectors, and home professionals to help you succeed. Let me coach you through this process and make sure you come out a winner. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, I am here to help you win. Visit BradHopkinsHomes.com or call 615-556-9239 to find out more.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
New pitcher for the Blue Raiders, left-hander Cole Torbett will come in.
He'll be making his 12th appearance, and 9 of those in relief. He's primarily a reliever. He's thrown 21 and a third innings, given up 18 runs, 12 earned, 21 hits, 11 walks, 15 strikeouts. He's got a 5.06 ERA, an 0-3 record, and opponents hitting .244.
Came in to pitch to one batter in the game. Was that last night? Or
that was Thursday night. Thursday night. Last night was Friday night.
Came in to pitch to one batter, issued a walk, and immediately came out.
Yeah, that was a situational deal.
So, Torbett from Johnson City, East Tennessee lad. He was an outstanding football player in high school, wide receiver, and still holds some wide receiver records up at Science Hill High School.
You talked to him once pregame about that.
I think I did, yeah.
Decided that his future lay with baseball.
So the batter will be the pinch hitter who had to wait a long time, Marmo. And now he's facing a left-handed pitcher.
And with a bunch of right-handed hitters coming up, I think that was what they were trying to induce that situation.
And he bunts, foul, strike one.
Yeah, with just one out there, they want to stay out of that double play, see if they can't get some more offense going. And particularly with the right-handers coming up against a left-handed pitcher. There's the train.
Train makes its first appearance of the day. Throw to first, runner back.
That would be embarrassing for Hayes to be over there and get picked off. His lead about a half step shorter this time.
And the left-hander delivers a strike. 0-2.
Torbett has a better move to first than Alderman.
Two strikes the count. Pitch is outside. Oh, they may have him. Did they? No, they didn't get him.
Just barely missed him.
Minnick
bounced the throw, and had it been a better throw, they would have nailed him.
Yeah, he was off
by a couple of hands.
He was off the base a good distance there after the pitch. 1-2 the count.
He's still having equipment issues. There we go.
That's catcher Minnick had to do some adjusting.
Yeah.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Torbett comes set. Long wait and the pitch. Foul just outside the bag at first. Turned on that one.
They have got uniformed players stationed on the outside of the foul walls, both sides, who looks like their primary job is to jump over the wall and catch foul balls into the corners.
Really?
Yeah.
Coach Pete would be proud. Outside, ball 2. Another thing we forgot, John, to describe the uniform colors today. Western is in red tops and the white pants, and the Raiders are in their camo tops with the gray pants and the blue caps. Swing and a miss, struck him out. So Marmo strikes out swinging for out number 2. And marked out a strikeout for Torbett.
Well, down in Ruston, we just went final. Liberty loaded the bases, had the bases loaded with 2 outs. Couldn't get that run across, so Louisiana Tech holds on for a 4-3 win. So we've gone final with all of our Conference USA today, except for this one.
Camden Ross, the batter. Torbett throws to first, and the
ball
got away. Down to second base goes Hayes. That did not seem to be a bad throw. Did you get a good look at it?
I did not.
Nor did I. Somebody's going to get an arrow, though.
I would think so. Let's see where that arrow is going to go.
It's usually on the pitcher, but so that's 2 pickoff throws that have gone awry.
And that one, it looked like they had him.
Here's the pitch, fouled out of play, strike 1 to Ross.
They're calling that an error on the pitcher, knee 1.
So that's 2 throwing errors on our pitchers in this game. On throws to first base. And the pitch. If you're going to make an error throwing to first, you might as well just let them try to steal second and take your chances down at second base. 2 strikes the count. John, the sun is trying very hard to come out.
It really is.
Got a lot of blue sky up ahead. Still plenty of clouds, though. Here's the pitch. Blowing inside, 1-2. Ross today has lined out, walked, and been hit by a pitch. Inside again, 2-2. This has got a 3-hour plus game written all over it.
Yes. I was just checking, and yes.
2 balls, 2 strikes. And a pitch. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. So Torbett comes in and strikes out the 2 batters he faces, even though he committed a throwing error in the inning. No runs. And 1 hit, 1 left. So we have completed 7 full innings in Bowling Green. It's Western Kentucky 6, Middle Tennessee 1 on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, we know life comes at you fast, but with the right insurance, you'll always be covered. Whether it's home, auto, or life insurance, your local State Farm agent, Trevor Haggard, former MTSU baseball player, is here to help you protect what matters most. Give him a call at 615-203-5522 and find the right plan for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm and Trevor Haggard are here to help. 615-203-5522.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
We go to the 8th inning and a new pitcher on for Western Kentucky. And I'm not at all unhappy to see a pitching change here.
Boy, isn't that the truth?
Trayson Peters, 6'7", 235, a senior from Cottonwood, Arizona. And, John, he's a transfer from Gonzaga.
Well, he's making his 10th appearance, his 5th in relief. Had 5 starts as well. He's thrown 27 2/3 innings, given up 15 runs, 13 of them earned on 22 hits, 17 walks, 28 strikeouts, 4.23 ERA, a 2-0 record with no saves.
And Connor Ross has got ready to throw the ball to second base after the final warm-up pitch. I think his spikes got tangled up in the turf, and he just went through with the throwing motion, but he didn't release the ball. And the coach is going to come out and say, "Are you all right, son?" You can hurt yourself doing that.
Yeah.
So that will be yet another delay in this game. I bet if somebody had a stopwatch and they could actually start it and stop it at the time the actual game was going on, we might have a 2-hour and 15-minute game. But that ain't the case.
Peter's last performance was a week ago. That would have been the Saturday game last weekend at Liberty. And he ended up taking the win. Through 2 innings, gave up 1 hit, struck out 5 in that performance.
Cooper Clapp takes a strike on the first pitch.
I'm not sure that we've necessarily dodged a bullet by going to Peters.
Swinging a foul off the screen, 0-2.
Throws hard, 93 miles an hour on that pitch.
Cooper Clapp, if not the shortest, maybe the shortest Blue Raider, and he lofts it into left field, and that's going to be caught out there by the left fielder Vasquez. And that is out number 1. Go back to the top of the batting order for Eston Snyder. We had to kind of hold our breath when he went down after hitting the wall in the 5th inning. but he bounced right back like a trooper and will stand in there against Peters. And that one hit him. Yeah, he's not very happy about being hit, I'll tell you that.
Got him in the shoulder.
Might be where he hit himself. He hit the wall. I'm sure he's got some bruises from that.
Definitely going to see some ice, aren't we?
So that's a hit by pitch. Raiders have a base runner here in the 8th inning. The batter is Clay Badalak. Clay 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Hits one hard to second, backhanded over to second, out there, throw to first, double play. Well, that's a quick inning. That's a 4-6-3 double play, pitcher's best friend. And that will be all for the Raiders in the 8th inning. No runs, no hits, nobody left. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. It is Western Kentucky 6, Middle Tennessee 1 on the Blue Raider Network from Ben Wagner.
This is Chip Walters, and I'm honored to be your 2024 MTAR Realtor of the Year. I'm with Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates, and like many of you, I've seen the real estate market shift and change. People often ask, Chip, what's really going on? Well, that's a great question, and I believe in answering with solid, factual data. So let's cut through some of the noise. I invite you to reach out. Let's have a conversation about your real estate goals and the current market trends in your neighborhood. You can find all my contact information at choosechip.net. Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call, and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
The other error.
We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Raiders trailing 6-1. Atmos Energy delighted to sponsor the Blue Raiders and fuel homes and businesses in Middle Tennessee with affordable, efficient, and reliable natural gas for today and generations to come. Natural gas, the smart choice for fueling our energy future. This is Barragan. No, it's not Barragan. What's this number? 13? Number 13.
Yeah, this is Lizama.
Lizama pinch hitting here in the 8th inning for Barragan. Left-handed batter. Pitch from Torbett is ball one outside. So bringing a left-handed hitter to face a left-hander. And Barragan had 2 hits in the game, 2 out of 3. Takes a strike, it's 1-1. Bottom 3 in the order. Lizama in the game for the first time. Missed high, 2-1. Big old bumblebee flying around.
I saw that.
Outside the press box. Somebody seated down below tried to swat him away. Don't get that fella mad. There's a foul out of play, 2-2.
Dick, the scoreboard is showing 3 errors for us. The stat machine is throwing 3 errors for us. I'm only showing 2. You're only showing 2.
I got 2 throwing errors on the pitchers. That's all I've got.
I have no idea where that other error is.
3-2 the count to Lizama. And he fouled it out of play. Lizama started the Friday game and did not start yesterday, came in as a pinch hitter yesterday. So the count is full, 3-2. And Torbett with the pitch, swung on at the fouled at the plate. Count holds 3-2. Bottom of the 8th inning, the Raiders will have the 3, 4, 5 hitters coming up in the 9th. And the pitch to the plate is outside, and he walked it. A leadoff walk. That's 7 walks today for Raider pitchers. And at least 1 leadoff, 2, 3 leadoff walks. Here's Haller. He's grounded out twice and walked. Time called momentarily for something. Maybe the batter called time. I don't know. Just another delay. Haller comes set. Torbett comes set, throws the first.
I think one of those.
It's getting late, John.
Yeah, I think one of those walks you've got was a hit batter.
Could have been.
Are you showing Camden Ross with 2 walks or a walk and a hit batter?
1 walk, 1 hit batter.
Yeah.
But he was not a leadoff.
No.
There is ball. What is that? Ball 1.
Yeah, Minnick is going to go talk to Torbett. We do have action in our bullpen, and that is. It was that. Just as I mentioned that, stop throwing.
So we've got a moment here. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification as you listen to Middle Tennessee baseball.
The flagship station for Middle Tennessee sports, WGNS, Murfreesboro, Smyrna. The Blue Raiders play here.
Here is pitch to Haller. And it is right in for a strike. While we were taking our station ID, some fellow's straw hat blew off his head over the brick wall of the picnic area, and he had to jump that wall and scamper out there and pick it up. And he had a little trouble getting back over the wall. I know that feeling. 1-1 is outside. 2-1. Some of the fans feel this one's in the bag. They're walking out.
Yeah, 3 walks for Alderman, 2 for Mbembo, 1 here for Torbett now. So
pitch outside. Ball 3, 3-1.
So that's
time
6
call.
walks.
Coach Myers is going to make a trip to the mound. 3 balls, 1 strike. So you go to the bullpen. Your pitcher comes in, strikes out the 2 batters he faces, but then walks the leadoff man and then goes to 3-1. And Coach Myers is scratching his head.
And I still have
a little talk.
And I still haven't found that 3rd error.
You don't think they gave Snyder an error, do you?
I don't think so. Let me check that again.
They have Hayes with 2 hits. He's the one that hit that ball.
Yeah, hold on. They do have Hayes with 2 hits.
No, that wasn't it.
A double and a home run.
Yep.
I don't know. Was there another thing that we scored a double that should have been? And the stat machine has 8 hits, just like we have 8 hits.
Yep, that's what I've got.
You got me.
Counts 3-1 to Haller. Lefty-lefty matchup. He walked the left-handed hitter, Lozana. And the pitch. Hit to right field, a base hit. Runners will be at first and second with no outs. So the batter will be Howard. If they don't think they have enough, they might be bunting here. 6-1 game. Raiders with just 3 outs remaining.
Boy, that wind that was such a factor early is almost died away.
Torbert's pitch, not bunting, hit to left field, and it gets by Keaton Ray. It's going to roll all the way to the wall.
That's going to score 2.
Throw will be to third, and in there with what may be scored a triple. We'll have to get the scoring on that. Runner on second scores, the runner on first scores. Keaton Ray tried to shoestring that ball, and it got past him all the way to the wall, and Snyder had to chase it down.
They are calling that a triple.
First of the year for Howard, who gets a couple of RBIs. It's now 8-1. Both those runs belong to Torbert. They were his responsibility. Ground ball, foul past third. This is
Torbert's still in there.
Ciervo. One strike to count.
Raiders playing the infield in with nobody out.
Pitch is low for ball 1, 1-1. Runner at third, no outs. There's a strike. He had to call that a strike. It sounded like a strike.
It did that.
1-2 the count. Going inside, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ciervo batting for the 5th time in the game. He has 1 hit. Struck him out. He went for a bad pitch. So Torbert gets his 3rd strikeout. And with 1 out, a runner at third, the batter is Vasquez.
Well, that sacrifice that he had in the 5th inning was a big play.
It really was. Set up a 4-run inning. Hits this with the center. Snyder's got room, makes the catch. The runner will tag after the catch and score. Be a sacrifice fly and a run batted in for Vasquez. And that will make it 9-1. 2 outs, base is empty now.
And we're going to see a new pitcher.
This is Weidman.
Jerry Myers on the way to the mound. He's already called for a pitcher.
So we will take a break here. Come back, tell you about our new pitcher when we come back on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Grannis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Grannis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Grannis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
So the new pitcher for the Raiders is right-hander Johnny Stevens. Coming in, junior college transfer from Walter State.
Johnny Stevens making his 12th appearance, all but one in relief. He's thrown 18 2/3 innings, given up 24 runs, 18 of them earned on 25 hits, 18 walks, 18 strikeouts, an 8.68 ERA, a 3-1 record with no saves.
So as a relief pitcher, what more could you ask? You come in with 2 outs and nobody on base.
And all you got to do is get 1 out of this thing, right?
Yep. But it's a tough out. That is Weidman. It's 2 singles and 4 trips. Drove in what we think is the 2 key runs in the game. 2-run single in the 5th inning, set up by that sacrifice bunt. So Johnny Stevens ready to work to Ryan Weidman. Hilltopper center fielder. Both right-handed. Pitch, check swing. Well, they finally called a strike. Oh, wait a minute. Stop the presses.
Oh, gosh.
They called a strike on a check swing. 0-1. Swing and a foul back. Count is 0-2. First base umpire getting some lip from their first base coach on that check swing. Fouled out of play. He said, "You're supposed to call everything our way." And you didn't do it. Oh, 0-2 the count to Weidman. And the pitch. Check swing. You're not going to ring him up on that. 1-2.
Final numbers on Cole Torbett. Goes an inning and a third. Gives up 3 runs, 1 of them earned on 2 hits, a walk, and 3 strikeouts.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Struck him out swinging. So Johnny Stevens comes in and gets the only man he faces on a strikeout. 3 runs on 2 hits, nobody left. And we will go to the ninth. It is Western Kentucky 9, Middle Tennessee 1. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
The
Blue Raiders are winners in the classroom, on the field, and the courts. Richard Lewis here. I want you to win in real estate also. Buying, selling, auction here in Tennessee, or along the Gulf Coast, a second home, or investing. Give me a call to help start that winning process. 615-319-9981. Oh, I'm never too busy for your referrals. Richard Lewis, Exit Realty, Bob Lamb & Associates.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
And we go to the ninth inning. Raiders trailing 9-1. Scoring change in the eighth inning. They, instead of a triple for Howard, they credited him with a single and a two-base error charge to our left fielder, Keaton Ray, when he tried to shoestring that ball, and it got past him. So that will make the totals at the end of the eighth 3 runs, 1 hit. Well, still 3 runs, 2 hits, but 1 error. And leading off for the Raiders, Brett Bondolan. Well, what were we ahead, John, going into the ninth inning against La Tech? Was it 8-1?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to be sure. Bondolan 1 for 3, a single, swing and a miss, strike 1. This is Peters working his second inning. He set the side down after a double play helped him in that eighth inning.
We may not find that 4th error until we see the box score.
Pitch is outside, 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2, 1-2. Ground ball, and Bondolan will be thrown out. Who got that one, John? I was looking.
6-3.
Shortstop to first.
Yep.
1 out. Getting you set up for the post-game show.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be fun.
Some are, some aren't.
Yeah.
First pitch to Minnick is a strike, 0-1. Tyler 1 for 3. That pitch, pretty good looking pitch, called a ball, 1-1. Peters' pitch is fouled with a screen, 1-2 now to Minnick. 1 out in the ninth. Stay with us for our post-game show. John will be down on the field with some words from our head coach. And the pitch inside, popped out of the catcher's mitt. 2-2. Raiders just haven't been able to do much with this Western Kentucky pitching today. 5 hits. Popped up. Second baseman coming in. Shortstop is going to call for it and takes it for out number 2. So 2 outs. And the batter is Keaton Ray. Keaton is 0 for 3, 2 ground balls and a fly ball. Peters, the pitch swung on, fouled out of play, strike 1. Big right-hander delivers, low and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Ray. 2 outs in the ninth. The Raiders down to their final out.
Peter's been pretty good, Dick. He is pretty imposing out there.
Low and inside, 2-1. This is his sixth batter. He hit one, but runner was erased with a double play. 2 balls and a strike. And a pitch. Foul back and out of play. 2-2. I thought you said that wind had slacked
Well, it
up.
did, and it's picked back up.
Foul over by the Raider dugout. Count holds at 2-2.
I mean, we had hit a lull.
Two balls, 2 strikes to Keaton Ray. And a pitch. Looked at ball 3 into the turf. Full count, 3-2. Matt Wolf waiting to hit. And a pitch. Check swing, strike 3 call. Ball game over. Raiders go up and down in the ninth, 3 up, 3 down. And Peters gets his first strikeout for the final out of the game. Final score, Western Kentucky 9, Middle Tennessee 1. For the Hilltoppers, they improved to 33-7. And now 11-4 in Conference USA. The Blue Raiders are now 18-22, 4-11 in conference play. So that will put the lid on this one. John's going to go down to field level in just a moment. We'll have some words from our head coach. We'll take a 2-minute break. 2 minutes. Our post-game show comes your way next on the Blue Raider Network from Ben Wagner.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders.
At State Farm, when home and auto work as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto. With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
Middle Tennessee Electric proudly supports the MTSU Blue Raiders, and we're proud to power the scoreboard lights at Reese Smith Junior Field. When it comes to the electric service in the community, you can always trust MTE to do what's best for our members. We serve by providing affordable, reliable, safe electricity and outstanding member service. Here at MTE, we serve to make life better for our members and their communities. Visit www.mtemc.com to learn more. And that scoreboard, light it up, Blue Raiders.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
Today's game is in the books, and it's time to recap the action in the Blue Raider postgame show. Today's broadcast on the Blue Raider Network has been brought to you in part by Will Fraley, attorney at law, and by Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates and agents Brad Hopkins, Richard Lewis, Tim Page, and Chip Walters. Let's head to the ballpark for today's Blue Raider postgame show.
Thank you. Welcome back. We'll wrap it up for you here as Western Kentucky wins the getaway game in this three-game series by a score of 9-1 for the Hilltoppers. 9 runs, 10 hits. They committed no errors and left 6 runners on base. And for the Blue Raiders, 1 run, 5 hits. They committed 4 errors and left 4 men on base. The Hilltoppers took a 1-0 lead in the second home run in the second inning on a home run by Kyle Hayes, his third in 3 games in this series. They scored another run in the fourth. The Raiders were down 2-0 going into the fifth. They scored a run in the top of the fifth to make it a 2-1 game, but then Western broke it open with a 4-run fifth inning. And after 5, Hilltoppers led 6-1. They added 3 in the 8th for a little insurance, and they win the game by a score of 9-1. For Middle Tennessee, not much going in the hit columns. 1 hit apiece for Von Dolan, Minnick, Wolf, Rogers, and Cooper Clapp. For Western Kentucky, 2 hits for Weidman, 2 for Hayes, 2 for Barrigan, 2 for Howard, and then a couple of other players got a hit. Pitching-wise, Drew Whalen went 7 innings for the Hilltoppers, gives up 1 run earned on 5 hits, 1 walk, 9 strikeouts, 92 pitches. He gets the win. He is now 8-1 on the season. Trayson Peters finished up with 1 2/3 innings of perfect relief. For the Blue Raiders, Chandler Alderman started, went 4 1/3, gave up 6 runs. 5 of those were earned on 6 hits. He walked 3, struck out 4. Ethan Mbimbo came on to pitch 2 scoreless innings. Cole Torbett, inning and a third. Johnny Stevens finished up and got the last out of the game. And the final 9-1. We're going to take you down on the field now. Blue Raider head coach Jerry Myers is ready with John Kelly. Go ahead, John.
On the field now with Coach Jerry Myers. 1-run ball game going to the bottom of the 5th, and things kind of fell apart.
Yeah, we just didn't do enough today all the way around. Scoring 1 run's not going to get the job done, and being able to hold them, close during that middle innings when they put up the 4 spot was a little bit of separation, but it's still not insurmountable if you do a good job of continuing to make their starter work. And needed to get to the bullpen a little bit earlier. Need to keep that game a little bit closer to make it any kind of interesting down the stretch, last 6 outs kind of game, and weren't able to do it today.
But you do salvage 1 out of the series. That's better than getting swept.
Yeah, I mean, we don't feel good about that. We had an opportunity to win a series on the road up here and didn't get the job done. So, obviously we had a good game yesterday, but that was yesterday. So that didn't help us going into today. And got to continue to try to get a little bit better in all the things that we need to play a little cleaner with, and to be able to beat a really good team on the road, regardless of who it is. You can't make any mistakes, and you got to stay aggressive. And for the most part, we had 2 or 3 bad innings all weekend, and it was enough to not allow us to win the series.
Pretty good team on Tuesday night.
Yeah, I mean, very good. So we're going to have another challenge in front of us, and the game doesn't stop, and we don't have any time to catch a breath, but we got to get everybody ready to go and continue to try to compete every single day.
All right, thank you, Coach. Back to you, Dick.
Thank you, John. Thanks, Coach Myers, for his work, and especially for his comments after the game. This is not an easy pill to swallow, losing 2 out of 3, but at least the Raiders did accomplish one thing. They handed Western Kentucky their first home loss of the season yesterday, and Hilltoppers will come back. They started another win streak tonight, I guess. They're now 24-1 at home, and the Raiders fall to 3-11 on the road. So the Raiders will head back to Murfreesboro and get ready to go to Nashville on Tuesday for a game with Vanderbilt. So it doesn't get much easier. And then this weekend, a long flight out to Las Cruces to play New Mexico State in a 3-game series starting Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We'll have all of those games for you on radio here on our flagship station, WGNS. Thanks to John Callow. Connor Haynes has been our studio producer today. And until we speak to you on Tuesday night from Nashville, this is Dick Palmer saying thank you for listening and good afternoon from the ballpark.
Thanks for listening to today's Middle Tennessee State University baseball game. Today's game has been produced by Van Wagner College through the facilities of WGNS Radio. The content of today's game is owned by Van Wagner College and the Blue Raider Network and may not be reproduced without express written permission of Middle Tennessee State University and Van Wagner College. Be sure to join us next time for more Middle Tennessee baseball here on the Blue Raider Network.